Hello, what is up everyone? My name is KaitoNolan and now we're going to have Zamazenta coming in, right? So let's talk about the counter, okay? Zamazenta is a pure fighting, so yes, you know what to do. And here's the top counter, is Shadow Mewtwo. So the damage 5, bulk 4, consistency 2, best moveset is Psycho Cut, Side Strike or Confusion Side Strike. It does not matter. I'm gonna run Confusion Side Strike. When the raid boss is weak to Psychic, it's best to use Confusion, in my opinion, because Confusion hurts. It hits like a truck, you know. If you want to run the Psycho Cut, which is fine too, or if you planning to dodge and you're not really good with dodging, yes, using the Psycho Cut is a good idea. But like I said, personally, I'm probably gonna go with a Confusion Side Strike. So all this estimate are basically, yeah, the best of the best. Okay, so let's talk about the defense. The Zamazenta actually have the double duck move, the Snarl Crunch. So that's like the one thing that you really need to watch out for when you use the Psychic type. And I'm going to talk about the good counter against the double dark Zamazenta too. But anyway, so the Crunch is a single weakness. Moonblast Iron Head is a neutral damage and single resistance to close combat. So yes, because the Psychic resists close combat. Zamazenta is easy duo. As long as you have the Side Strike Mewtwo, the level 40 Side Strike Mewtwo would do too. As long as you have a Mewtwo, anybody could duo. The Crunch, the double dark Zamazenta is the questionable part. It looked like a lot of feints, but I'm actually willing to try. But I think it's gonna work out. So next up is the regular Mewtwo. The damage 4, bulk 4, consistency 3, best moveset is Confusion Side Strike here. I don't know why, but like I said, just do what I do. Use Confusion Side Strike. So obviously this is the second best option that you have, and as I said earlier, you could duo Zamazenta in neutral weather as long as you have the level 40 Side Strike Mewtwo. Yay! So the defense, everything will be the same, and then you look at the players needed too. I mean, you don't even need Windy for this. Like, you know, it's just a level 40 with a friendship. It's just one, yeah. It gives you plenty of time to relobby. So if you do want to planning to duo Zamazenta, just look for close combat. That's it. That's like the easiest way to do so. But obviously, I like to do difficult stuff, so I'm going for Crunch. And here comes the Shadow Metagross. Don't forget the Metagross is a part Psychic. So the damage 3, bulk 3, consistency 3, best moveset is Zen Headbutt Psychic. Unfortunately, Zen Headbutt is a terrible move, but still, it hits pretty hard. So it is a very nice counter to have. You know, obviously, you can't TM Meteor Mash, so at the second charge move, and you'll all be good to go. So the talk about the defense is the Crunch is a single weakness due to Psychic typing, and the Moonblast is a single resistance because Steel resists Fairy. Close combat is a neutral damage because even the Psychic resists fighting, the Steel is weak to fighting, so it, you know, cancels each other out. And the Iron Head is a single resistance. So yeah, Shadow Metagross or any Metagross if you have one, if you're willing to do have the Psychic, double Psychic move, it is a good option to have. And let's talk about the Mega Pigeon right here. So the damage 3, bulk 2, consistency 3, best moveset is Gust Braybird. Since the top counter is Psychic, like Mewtwo, if you bring Mega Pigeon, then make sure you have other friend that using the flying type. That's like the only thing that you need to watch out for. And obviously, I'm gonna get to that, the top flying type. But like I said, this case, just stick to Mewtwo. That's like the best thing you could do is just stick to Side Strike Mewtwo, okay? So let's look at the defense. This is all neutral damage. Nothing impressive right here. And like, yeah, look at all the ranking wise. It's like I said, it's really nothing special to me. You don't have to have Mega this time around. Like I said, if you're gonna bring Mega and Pigeon, make sure that it at least have someone with a flying Pokemon. And let's talk about the Moltres. I'm gonna get to the Shadow Moltres later on. The damage 3, bulk 4, consistency 5, best moveset is Wing Attack, Sky Attack. Yes. It's still the best flying attacker is Moltres. So let's look at the defense. Here's the reason why the Moltres works. So the Crunch is a neutral damage, but Moonblast, Close Combat, Iron Head, they're all single resistance because the Fairy and the Steel typing, because it's part Fire. Fire resists the Fairy and then the Steel, and obviously the Flying type will resist the Close Combat. So having the double flying Moltres will definitely work. as well. So, and then like you pair it with a Mega Pigeon, it'll be perfect. But I'll say stick to Mewtwo. And you look at, here's the Shadow Moltres. Damage 4, bulk 4, consistency 4. Same moveset, same defense. If you have the Shadow Moltres, yes, just make sure it has the Wing Attack, Sky Attack, and obviously that's the Legacy move, so you're gonna have to use the Elite Charge TM for it. But as long as you have the right moves, yes, you're good to go. And here comes the Latios. I actually love Latios. So the damage 2, bulk 2, consistency 2, best moveset is Zen Headbutt, Psychic. You do not want to use double dragon right here, okay? Make sure it has the double psychic. Because of the psychic typing and the dragon typing, the crunch and moonblast will be a single weakness. And the close combat is a single resistance, and then the neutral damage to Iron Head. So Latios is really not a bad option to have, but I know you all have Mewtwo, so good for the unique though. Definitely we're gonna do that, so. But if you want to do those unique challenges, like, you know, 6U, 12U, definitely you're going to need a windy weather boost, so, okay? If you want to do a Zamazenta in neutral weather, unfortunately, Side Strike Mewtwo is the only way. But good news is, you don't need a level 50 or Shadow. You could just do with a level 40 Side Strike Mewtwo. So. And I'm going to get to all those duo guides, so please go ahead and check that out, okay? And here comes the Esperon. The damage 2, bulk 0, consistency 2, best moveset is Confusion Side Strike. No Side Strike, Confusion Psychic. Oh my god. Anyway, we recently had the EV Community Day again, so I know a lot of people have a level 50 EV, or, you know, the bunch of XL. If you want to invest on Esperon, it is a great time. Do so. So let's look at the defense right here. So the crunch is obviously a single weakness because it's pure psychic, and the moonblast, Iron Head neutral damage, and it's gonna resist the close combat. But you look at it, the power wise, you see, it's really not an ideal situation, but I don't have problem people using it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people's gonna use it, so which is okay as long as it has the right moves and have the confusion, not Zen Headbutt, okay? And here comes the regular Metagross. So the damage 2, bulk 3, consistency 2, best moveset is Zen Headbutt, Psychic. Like I said earlier when I talked about the Shadow, just have the double Psychic move. That's it. You do not want to use like a Meteor Mash and all that stuff. So the defense, everything is the same. Like I said, Metagross is an okay option. A lot of people often forget the Metagross is a part Psychic, you know, because we've been using it as a pretty much double steal, so. And here comes the Shadow Hunch Crow. The damage 2, bulk 0, consistency 2, best moveset is Peck Sky Attack. Regular Hunch Crow will work as well. Hunch Crow will come in handy when it comes to double dark Zamazenta, like the crunch, your single resistance, because dark resists the dark move. So the Moonblast is a single weakness because you know, the dark is weak to fairy, and the close combat Iron Head is a neutral damage because even its dark is weak to fighting the flying type, who basically cancel each other out. So yeah, have at least one team ready to counter the double dark Zamazenta. I think that's what, like, the ideal situation. So I'm gonna show you or talk about my ideal team later on, but then here comes my boo-boo Alakazam. Yeah! So the damage 2, bulk 0, consistency 2, best moveset is Confusion Psychic. Yes, Psychic is a legacy move. I've been building my level 50 Alakazam army. I'm working on my 6th right now. I can't wait to tweet that out. When you look at the ranking, he's not very sexy. Yes, he's a very glassy Pokemon, but it's okay. With the love and respect, he will grow, you know. So the defense, everything is the same because since he's a pure psychic, he's gonna be weak to crunch. God forbid anything happened to my Zam. And the Moonblast, Iron Head is a neutral damage. It's gonna single resist close combat. It's gonna resist close combat. Yeah, this is not something that everybody has. Okay, I get that. I know a lot of people have Alakazam, but the Psychic Alakazam, yeah, because the future side is just it's really bad. So just invest on Elite Charge TM. And here comes the other the Mega Slowbro. So the damage 2, bulk 4, consistency 4, best moveset is Confusion Psychic. So this is a Psychic Water. Does it help with anything? Not really. The thing is, the water will resist Iron Head, so that's probably the only difference that he has. It's still gonna be weak to crunch. he is a tanky guy for sure, and I know some people might want to bring Mega Slowbro as a lead to boost Shadow Mewtwo, which is a good idea. I'm not gonna say that's a bad idea, but you do not want to have like lobby full of Mega Slowbro. That's not an ideal situation. This is like one of those situations that one person should use Mega and just boost everybody else out. That's like the ideal way to use the Mega Slowbro. So I honestly didn't rate that much Mega Slowbro, so I don't have that much energy to anyway. So, but you know, take advantage of the Mega Boost if you need to. And here comes the Ray. So the damage to bulk 1 consistency 4 best moveset is Air Slash, Hurricane, or Air Slash Aerial Ace. They're both fine. I actually have some, like 2 or 3 Hurricane, I guess. Rayquaza is actually a really good flying type, okay? After the Sky Attack Moltres for sure. So if you want to TM your Rayquaza and have the double flying and use it against a Zamazenta, is absolutely fine. But stick to Mewtwo. But let's talk about the defense, okay? So the Crunch is a neutral damage and Iron Head as well. The Moonblast, because he's a dragon, he's gonna be weak to Moonblast, and the Close Combat is a single resistance due to flying typing. So like I said, I don't have problem people using Rayquaza as long as he has a double flying move, but I still think that the Sky Attack Moltres is better than Rayquaza and obviously Mewtwo. So it's up to you. Like I said, I'm just showing you a bunch of options. Just look at your storage and figure out what you have, okay? It's just like I said, only way to duo Zamazenta in neutral weather is the Side Strike Mewtwo. That's it. So as long as it's a trio, you can use anything, okay? As long as it has the flying or psychic moves. So. And here comes the Yavator. Okay, let's talk about the Yavator. The damage to bulk 3 consistency 5 best moveset is Gust Psychic. Did you even remember he has Psychic? Because I forgot. But anyway, I know a lot of people have a level 50 Bacon. I actually personally have 6. I can't wait to flex it. So why Yavator right here is against the Crunch Zamazenta? Like I said, Crunch Zamazenta could be brutal for sure when you're using a pure psychic type, because even the Mewtwo, I believe you could only tank 1 Crunch. That's it. You cannot tank 2. I'm not sure about the level 50 though. So as I said earlier, have that backup team ready to go with the team that could take on Crunch, Snarl, Crunch, Zamazenta, okay? So the Crunch is a single resistance and the Moonblast is a single weakness, but you know how tanky this guy is. The Moonblast doesn't really do much of a damage. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could tank 1, maybe 2, we'll see, with the level 50. And a Close Combat, Iron Head is a neutral damage. So yes, having the Yavator team, the Gust Psychic Yavator, would work as well. I'm probably gonna TM it and have him ready for sure. So, and here comes the Gardevoir, and if you have the Shadow Gardevoir, absolutely use it. So the damage to bulk 1 consistency 4 best moveset is Confusion Psychic. Okay, you do not want to have those Charm, Dazzling Gleam, or the Synchro Noise. It's just terrible. That's like one of the worst Community Day move to me. It's like he really didn't do anything. Like it's worse than Psychic, you know. I still actually have 1 Gardevoir with the Synchro Noise, but I don't know, unless he gets buff, or it's really pointless. I'll definitely say that was the worst Community Day move ever for me. So let's look at that defense right here. The Gardevoir actually crunches a neutral damage because the Fairy resists Dark, even though she's part Psychic. Psychic's weak to Dark. And the Moonblast is a neutral damage. And the Close Combat is a double resistance because the Fairy resists fighting and the Psychic resists fighting. And Iron Head will be a single weakness because the Fairy is weak to Iron Head. So Gardevoir will totally work. And then yeah, like I said, if you have the Shadow, bring her in. Let's talk about Azov, because I love him. Or him, or her, I don't know. So the damage to bulk 0 consistency 3 best moveset is Confusion Future Sight. I actually love this guy a lot. I honestly thought that Niantic probably gonna release the Lake Trio as a shiny this summer, but I guess I was wrong. I mean, it was really brutal last year that I had to open so many lobbies for everybody. So, but I did send out send out like 5 hundos, so that was successful. So let's look at the defense. It's because it's a pure psychic, it's gonna be same as Mewtwo or Alakazam, Esperon. So the crunch is a single weakness, Moonblast, Iron Head is a neutral damage, and the single resistance to close combat. So yeah, it's a okay for good unique situation. This little guy is so tiny, like when you see in raid, it's like this big. It's like size of Mew and like all this mythical, but this thing is so strong, and I actually love using it. So before the psychic was buffed, Azel was actually the second best psychic after Mewtwo, so I want you to know that. I love psychic types, so. And let's talk about this Shadowhole, okay? So the damage 3, bulk 5, consistency 4 best moveset is the Hidden Power, Flying, and the Brave Bird right here. But you could use the extra sensory as well, or if you have the Hidden Power Psychic, which is fine too. This is when the Hidden Power plays the part again. It's so annoying because you miss the right Hidden Power, it's useless. It sucks. But good thing is, this case you could still run the extra sensory too. So if you want to use the Shadowhole, go ahead. The thing about the Shadowhole is the tankiness, okay? The Ho-Oh's tankiness. If you want to use regular Ho-Oh, it's okay too. But anyway, so the crunch is a neutral damage, but the Moonblast, Close Combat, Iron Head, they're all single resistance. So the Shadowhole or any Ho-Oh will be a tanky option to have. Just make sure it has the right Hidden Power or Zenhepa. And let's talk about the Shadow Zapdos too, okay? So the damage 3, bulk 2, consistency 4 best moveset is Thunder Shock, Drill Peck. Yes, so the Thunder move is, the electric move is actually not really a super effective against Zamazenta. So what you need to do is take advantage of the Thunder Shock EPS and spam the Drill Peck as many as possible. I mean, that's what you need to do. So the defense, Crunch, Moonblast is a neutral damage, and the Close Combat Iron Head is a single resistance. So I put some more shadows, like, and then the flying type, so you'll kind of get the idea of what to do. But Mewtwo, like for real, this is where Mewtwo shines. Like, so I hope you have the Mewtwo ready for it, everyone. So Zamazenta and Zacian, they actually have a same defense, 198. Zacian duo can be very tricky because we are completely depending on one single Pokemon, Metagross, which is pretty much that's it. Or that, yeah, I mean, you could say the Mega Gengar as well too. So this is why the duo was pretty difficult in neutral weather. But thank God for the sheer power of Side Strike DPS. Zamazenta duo can be more affordable to a lot of people. So like I said, just have the Mewtwo ready, and I also have the secondary team ready to go in case it has a double duck move, okay? And I personally, I will recommend Sky Attack, like Moltres, or you know, if you don't have one, I know everyone has a Rayquaza, so make sure it has the double flying move. Or I might try to use Bacon first time for the Gust Psychic. I mean, I'm pretty interested in that, so it'll be all fun for sure. And the next form of Zamazenta is the tanky one, okay? The next one is the one with those shield. That thing, actually, the defense is like same as Reggie's, and so it's gonna be trio. It's gonna be super tanky. So I think if you really need to grind XL, it might be a good idea to grind XL now than later on, which is gonna be insanely annoying. You're gonna need more people to take down. So yeah, that's probably about it. But and as usual, please go ahead and check pokebattler.com/raise, and you know, you adjust the weather, friendship, moveset, and you get to see so many more Pokemon. It's like more Pokemon than I talked about today. But stick to Mewtwo. Like, I don't know, stick to Mewtwo. And I hope this guy will help, and happy raiding everybody. Bye.